I'm getting used to everything, you know, and that just gives me the creeps. They say that once we were a beacon and we shone like a star. 200 years later, well, here we are, looking out at the world through bulletproof glass, following a gunslinger preppy with his head up his ass. Goodbye, America, I'll say I knew you when. You were the long corner, turning, gonna be a long corner, turning back again. We used to think we were so superior, we could tell God what to do. We thought we'd last forever and we acted like it too. Look out. Look out. Well, that's all right. Living in a house of cards, waiting for a breeze, and I think I hear a wind blowing way up there in the trees. Well, I got my compass. I got my flint rock spark. Night time is coming on, but I ain't afraid of the dark. I got my eye on the future, and it's all green and clover. So if we make it through this one, I'll meet you when it's over. Goodbye, America, I'll say I knew you when. You were the long corner, turning, gonna be a long corner, turning back again. Goodbye, America, I'll say I knew you when. You were the long corner, turning, gonna be a long corner, turning back again. There used to be a rock and roll bar on the west side of Queen Anne Hill. It's a Mexican restaurant now. It was called the, what was it called? Cosmos? Yeah, Cosmos. Yeah, it was laid out very much like this, you see, because it had been built to be a house. And whoever was going to buy it didn't buy it, and someone else that wasn't supposed to buy it did buy it, and they turned it into a club, music club, with a bar in it. It was split level. The bar was in the middle, and there was kind of an upstairs thing like that, and there was a downstairs thing like that. The band played down there. People sitting up here in the bar over there, right? Cosmos, yeah. Remember that. That was a very cool place. You know, there were some very cool places in those days. And that was often the last place that I would play. I would start out up at the fresh air on the Capitol Hill. I'd go down to the medicine shows in Bananas in Fremont, and up to two of them in Greenwood, because they staggered the breaks. You could do the in-between and the Walrus, and then catch the last bus and walk real fast and make it to the Cosmos by the time the band finished, so I could play when they were done. Yeah, that was good. I bring that up because those days were like that. And I was trucking around doing all these band breaks, you see, and every once in a while somebody would be there before me. I was ubiquitous, I was there all the time, but there were some people that were, huh? What did I say?
The big word.
What, ubiquitous?
Very good.
Ubiquitous.
Yeah. 4 syllables.
4 syllables! Yeah.
You see, you got it, Jack.
Yeah. I knew I'd get it eventually.
All by a chuckle. That
Yeah,
you misinterpreted.
Exactly. Exactly.
See how you judge and assess?
So one time, I bring that up as kind of, you know, it's kind of a segue sort of a thing. I don't shop at Segway, but went down to a place called Grand Central Station, which was down in Pioneer Square, and somebody was there to play the break before me. Shit. So now I've got to figure, so is it worth my while? Should I leave? Should I try to make the pipeline and break the pipeline? Oh God, I'll probably miss that one too. God damn it, I might as well just hang around, catch the next one here, so you got to wait like an hour, right? You know. So what do? So I leave my gear in there, so okay, I'm going to play the next one, okay, fine. So what do I do now? I walk around or something. I wind up down to the inside passage, which isn't there. None of these places are there anymore. And I go up to the bar, and there's this Alaskan, a native guy up there, sitting at the bar, playing a gambling machine, a little pull tab thing. He's got a mountain of empty pull tabs in front of him. He's putting a quarter in, he pulls it out, opens it up, laughs hysterically, throws it on the pile, puts another quarter in, laughs, and that's what he's doing. He's losing and laughing. You know? And I just missed my break, and I'm a little pissed off at that. And this guy's losing and laughing, so I was kind of curious about him. So I just kind of watched him for a while, and then, you know, I introduced myself. What the hell are you doing? What in the world are you doing? I introduced myself, you know. My name is Jim Page. I said, "Oh, glad to meet you." He says, "My name is Walter Tortoise." Walter Tortoise was a pool player. Best I ever seen, he was an 8-ball magician. And with his eye on the green, he could make $500. In a one-night's go-around, there was a lot of empty pockets when Walter came to town. He could cue his way from Frisco Bay all the way to Maine. Every side pocket corner town was spotted for his game. He must have come from somewhere, but just where I never knew. I met him in Seattle on First Avenue. He was 2/3 drunk and drinking to make his other third when I sat me down beside him to hear what could be heard. He was losing to his limit, and his limit, it was clean $20 worth of quarters in a gambling machine. And the more he lost, the more he laughed and drained the drafty beers as he fed his final quarter and watched it disappear. And when a girl came up and won it all with just a single try, well, he laughed so hard till his eye began to cry. Then he said, "These metal bandits ain't my cup of gruel." And I says, "What's your real game?" And he says, "Playing pool." Why, only just the other night he had 'em on their toes, winning everybody's money up at Smoky Joe's. He said he was a shark of such dangerous degrees, he could hustle up a bundle nearly any place he pleased. He'd won more fortunes than the Rockefeller clan, not bad for just an indigent with chalk dust on his hands. Well, I listened to his talking, just the way that you would do, and I said, "All right, if you're so good, I'll see you to the queue." He laughed at me so hard, I thought he'd surely come to harm. Then he said, "All right, I'll play you, but I'll only use one arm." I racked him up and broke him, and I even sunk a few, until one arm Walter took his stance and loaded up his cue, and with a blinding combination cleared the table all and over. Then he laughed again and grinned, said, "I play better when I'm sober." We wandered off, in and out, and squandered through the night until I got lost and he got taken off to see the sights. And I wound up in a strange one with a head to make you wince, but wherever was where he was, I ain't never seen him since. Yes, Walter was a pool player. Everybody knows he could rack 'em and attack 'em. He could sink 'em with his eyes closed. I may not know much of nothing. I ain't got the cure, but Walter Tortoise was a pool player. I know that for sure. Dance. Sometimes. You got a map as a carpet, a map as a road. So if you get lost, you can always just sit down. I do that anyway when I get lost, I sit down. Cop comes up to me the other day and says, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm sitting down." You know there's no sitting on the sidewalk because I'm lost. I got a jaywalking ticket a few weeks ago. And it was a lot of fun, actually. I kept them busy for about half an hour, I think. I do that as often, if they're going to bother me, I'm going to bother them. So I try my best to get into whatever little bit of brains might be in there behind that badge. You know what I'm saying? I know that's asking a lot. I know that's reaching. I know that goes against the protocol. But I do that. I asked one of them, I says, they were both rather angry at this point. I had a sizable crowd around. I asked him, I says, "So tell me, if it's 3:30 in the morning, and there are no cars, and there are nothing, there's no cops anywhere around, can I jaywalk?" He says, "Absolutely not!" I said, "No, wait a minute. I do it all the time. What you mean to tell me is that I'm not supposed to. If there's no cops around, I'm going to jaywalk." "Absolutely not!" High blood pressure, I think, is part of the job description. Oh, you're never alone, you're never alone, never alone with your clone. You're never alone, you're never alone, never alone with your clone. You can go out for the night and still stay at home. You can call yourself on the cellular phone. You don't need a mirror to see how you've grown. You're never alone with your clone. You can talk to yourself and it won't look weird. You can shave every day and still grow a beard. Have your duplicate personal re-engineered. You're never alone with your clone. Oh, you're never alone, you're never alone, never alone with your clone. Yeah, you're never alone, you're never alone, never alone with your clone. And you can walk all the time in the other guy's shoes. You can give up your life for the cause that you choose. And watch the reports on the evening news. You're never alone with your clone. Oh, it's a bifocal, schizophrenic occurrence standing in for yourself on a feat of endurance. You can kill yourself, collect the insurance. You're never alone with your clone. Oh, you're never alone. You're never alone. Never alone with your clone. Yeah, you're never alone. You're never alone. Never alone with your clone. You can suffer the victim and be your own thief, both sides of the law. Above and beneath, you can be your own dentist and pull your own teeth. You're never alone with your clone. Or you can marry yourself if the laws will allow. Have sex with yourself, but don't ask me how. Immediate, instant, the future is now. You're never alone with your clone. Oh, you're never alone. You're never alone. Never alone with your clone. Yeah, you're never alone. You're never alone. Never alone with your clone. If you clone your own clone in multiplication, there would be no division in your population, and you could be your own united nation. You're never alone with your clone. And clone upon clone, like the fishes in bread, you could so fruitfully settle and spread till the whole wide world was identically bred. You're never alone with your clone. As above and below, an immaculate view, you would look just like God, it would look just like you, and there would be nothing that you couldn't do. You're never alone with your clone. You could write your own warning upon your own wall, and a monotonous saying this declaration calls, and you would go crazy, and so would we all. You're never alone with your clone. Oh, you're never alone, you're never alone, never alone with your clone. Yeah, you're never alone, you're never alone, never alone with your clone. Thanks, this is a gas. This is a totally cool space. Restless wind, and moving through the trees. The temperature drops to a cold snap blow. You left your sweater on my bedside. I hope it's warm when you decided to go. Thinking about how I never told you. I guess I didn't really know it myself. I spent my whole life looking, I was looking for somebody else. You hold the key to the window on my soul and there's a wind outside. I hope it's warm when you decide to go, cause it's cold in here and the windows are run wide. save my money up. I'm gonna put it in trust for a sunshine day. I'm gonna levitate you off of your feet. Let the warm winds blow our blues away. Everybody's got an outside, and everybody's got an inside too. The only truth you have to learn is who to show it to. You hold the key to the window of my soul, and there's a wind outside. I hope it's warm when you decide to go, 'cause it's cold in here, and the windows open wide. Oh, I'm gonna do this one. Sorry. Yeah, I know. I can do that. I had this idea. I want to do a tour of the West Coast. They call it the left coast because it's on the left end of the map. Besides, who would want to do a tour of the right coast? And I want to play all the little venues. I want to be on the road for 3 months, from Blaine to San Diego. Okay, all the little ones, all the little co-ops and little places like this, and the little clubs and so on, and none of the big ones, just all the little ones. That'd be fun.
Let's go. Yeah, let's get a bus. We're going, man. We'll promote. Put some gas.
First stop, Harry O's.
Yeah.
First and last. Certain navigate.
These socials.
That's pretty good social attendance. Thank you very much.
Okay, this song started as a guitar piece. And, so I put words to it. It's not exactly deep, but it's not. So. Early in the evening, we go walking in the park in the evening, do a little talking in the dark of the evening, just she and me. See the way the moon flies, like a kite up in the night skies, shine upon the gasworks parked by the Union Sea. Oh, there's a sign in the water, says don't go in the water. There's something in the water that they don't want you to get on your skin. Oh, but the lights of the city make it look so pretty, and one of these days we're gonna leave the city behind. There is will to be what it appears to be. It's an illusory situation. You can do anything. Be anyone, get your mind undone. It's a simple equation, and it's a tiny spark in the gasworks park. Oh, in the time that I was born in, well, they got up every morning. I went to work, came home in the evening, and it was always the same. I could have followed in the footsteps, don't know why I didn't, but something in my thinking wouldn't allow me to jump on that train. There is little to be what it appears to be. It's an illusory situation. You can do anything, be anyone, get your mind undone. It's a simple equation, and it's a tiny spark in the gasworks park. So early in the evening, we go walking in the park in the evening, do a little talking in the dark of the evening, just she and me. Thanks. I'm just going to do a few more songs. Hope that's okay.
Yeah, okay.
And then we're going to all go over the track, to the tractor and walk into San Francisco.
Eddie was playing tonight over there.
No, I don't. There's 3 bands tonight.
Was it? Yeah.
Three.
If you're into any form of bluegrass with like jam brass, railroad there's 3 of us.
I hope you don't mind that I play this song. But actually, would you mind or not? I learned this song a long time ago. Every country has a national repertoire. That's what folk music is. Folk music is not something that old fuddy-duddies play. Folk music is not something that's dead, dull, or boring. It's only played on banjos. Okay? Folk music is whatever music is passed around from people to people, from hand to hand, from ghetto blaster to ghetto blaster, like rap or like Grateful Dead tapes. Okay, that's folk music. You know, we have a national repertoire. America does. Every country has one. Zimbabwe has a national repertoire. Ireland has a national repertoire. Part of our national repertoire is a song that was written by a 12-year-old. A 12-year-old. Not Britney Spears. Not Jewel. This 12-year-old was not manufactured by a board of directors somewhere. This 12-year-old actually wrote this on her own. Elizabeth Cotton wrote this. I got to meet her when she was about 85 years old. She was my grandmother. There was no 2 ways about it. She was everybody's grandmother. You think what your grandmother told you to do. Freight train, going so fast. freight train, going so fast. Oh, please don't tell what train I'm on, so they won't know where I've gone. When I die, bury me at the end of Chestnut Street, so I can see your number as she goes rolling by. When I'm dead and in my grave, no more good times will I crave. Just place a stone in my head, please, and tell them all my arms. Freight train, going so fast. Freight train, going so fast. Oh, please don't tell between us. Oh, one of these days, babe, well, I'm gonna waste it. Spend all my money, you got no time for me. So one of these days, babe, well, I'm gonna waste it. You won't give me no loving, that's why I'm going away. Call me your honey, spend all of my money, and you think that's funny. That's why I'm going away. Never be no sunshine, always be rain. You're gonna want me to come back again. Never be no sunshine, always be rain. You don't give me no loving, that's why I'm going away. Call me your honey, spend all of my money, and you think that's funny. That's why I'm going away. Oh, sometimes I wonder when I'm all asleep and my imagination gets the best of me. feeling disconnected. I'm looking for a light. Oh, when I'm afraid at last, wonder if I'm loving you right. Everybody gets a weary day. Oh, and then the words of you aren't what we mean to say. Misunderstandings, they can play you so rough. Oh, and then it's times like these I wonder if my love is enough. Tell me if there's something you need. Tell me, so I won't be the last to know. Every silver lining has a demon seed. You gotta get it out in the open so we can let it go. I love to watch you sleeping. Oh, when the night is so still, oh, and silver moonlight comes into the windowsill. Tell me, is there room for me in your dreams tonight? Oh, and then tell me if I'm loving you right. And I'm afraid to ask, but I wonder if I'm loving you right. Thank you. I'm going to finish up with this song. I'm not going to stop. They're not the same thing. I have CDs. I have a hat. Actually, it's not my hat. It's Harry's hat. The hat is the pay envelope. The pay envelope is what the landlord likes. Okay? And I'm not saying that I like the landlord. Okay? I'm not saying that the landlord is my favorite creature on the planet. Okay? I mean, the vampire legend didn't just come out of nowhere. But as long as that gets reasonable, it's like garlic. You know, as long as that's reasonable, they stay away. I'm working on an album of Seattle songs because I've been here long enough to have written a bunch of songs about Seattle town. You know, I love Seattle. Really do like this place. In spite of Paul Allen, he can go fuck himself. I mean, I'm sorry.
You anarchist.
No, we're with you, man.
That doesn't make any difference. Go ask the homeless people, the housing coalition people, you know, who actually work with low income. Ask them about Paul Allen. I was actually, at one time I was a card-carrying member of the National Academy of Recording Arts and Sciences, the Grammy people, also known as NARAS. Okay, and I was, you know, somebody talked me into it, and I think, well, what the hell, you know, it might be kind of interesting, whatever. And not too long ago, I don't know when it was, last summer sometime, I took my little sheet metal cutters and I cut that card up into little bits. I used it for a bookmark for a while, and then I cut it up into little bits and I put it up in the trash. Because there was an award ceremony that they did for public service, and I don't remember who they gave the awards to. It's always famous people, by the way, if you notice. They always give awards to famous people. You ever go to the EMP? You ever notice all the musicians featured in the EMP are either famous or dead? When was the last time that you know of that a famous or dead person needed extra help or attention? Does Elvis Presley need attention? He's dead. There are people all over this town, all over this country, who would really love to and could use to get elevated onto a stage. Is the EMP there to help them? No. It's there for Elvis Presley and Paul Allen. And you go in there and you see this. The first thing you see is, well, the first thing I saw that caught my attention anyway, because I did play in the opening.
You mean a big phallic guitar statue?
Yeah. Well, you can call it phallic if you want to, but I noticed. I saw it. You know what I saw? Harry, you know what I saw? I saw somewhere around 200 ruined guitars.
Yeah.
Which means somewhere around 200 teenagers that don't have guitars that will never get them because of that fuckhead. Okay, that puts that stuff up there, nails them, glues them, and you look at them, they're all perfect good. I mean, if they're not good, they can be repaired. Yeah. And there they are, and it's like they've got Bob Dylan's original guitar in there. Well, what good does that do anybody? And it's like, you know, there's, you know, Stevie Ray Vaughan is playing over and over. He's famous and dead. You know, it's weird. So, anyway, to make a long story short, they were doing this award ceremony for some famous people that got, whatever, Community Service Award, right? And guess who presented the award?
Paul.
Yeah. I thought, okay, that's it. That's it. Not, you know, what the hell? Saves me money anyway. But I do love Seattle. Good town, isn't it? Yeah. Well, in a way, yeah. I'm one of the only two people that I know that rode the Fremont Drawbridge. Rode it. Anybody here ride the Fremont Bridge? I rode the Fremont Bridge. I used to live out by Seattle Pacific University, but it was Seattle Pacific College in those days. And sometimes I would start my rounds. Sometimes I would start my rounds like up at the fresh air or something. So I'd catch a bus going that way. And other times I'd start my rounds like at the Too High or at the library, which then turned into Bananas or something. So I had to cross the bridge. See, and every once in a while, you know, the recording of the bell would go off. Maybe one time they had bells. Now it's a recording of the bell would go off, and then the barricades would go down, the drawbridge would go up, and you'd have to stand there like an idiot. You know, well, not like an idiot, but you'd have to stand there, wait for this thing to go on. You know, when you've got your rounds, you want to make them. So one day I thought to myself, okay, next time this happens, I'm going to write it. I mean, if I have to wait anyway, I might as well have some fun doing it. You know, what's the worst thing that can happen? They tell you to get down? You're going to get down anyway. So, you know, I was 21 years old or something. I don't remember what it was. So, this one night, the bell starts to go off, the recording of the bell. So, you know, I'm wearing a black leather jacket, and I've got my guitar over my shoulder, and not that, but a case kind of like that. It's black and dark, and it's night. They won't see me. It was winter time, so it was only like 6 o'clock or something. It was dark. So I walked out in the middle of it, and right where the seam is, you know, there's these big wide girders with like sleeves on them, right? So I go in there, and I just get right in the middle and just stand there with my guitar. And it goes up, and it goes up, and it keeps going until it's nearly vertical. And I'm lying there, what the hell is way down there? I have no idea it went that high. And thinking back on it, it's like, you know, it never occurred to me that this could be the night that they decided to repair the bridge. So I would be up there all night, right? But it came down. Nobody said a word to me. So much for the, you know, observational powers of the bridge tenders. I just walk right up. The way the clouds come down so low sometimes, you seem to prowl around the alleyways and get into the side streets. And all the world goes soft and the hard lines disappear, and the echo of the footsteps is music in your ear, and the sing-song river runs all along that little crowd. I've been all around the world, baby, and I keep coming back. Now the big boats come to the dock side, they tie off in a load, and they stay a little while. You got a bright light Saturday, Liberty night, you gotta do it upright, you gotta do it in style. Maybe hear a little music, can I have this next dance? Maybe fall in love, if I did have a chance. Somebody like you, yeah, imagine that. I've been all around the world, baby, and I keep coming back. Now the first time I rode the bus and picked me up hitchhiking, took me clear across town. I said, I ain't got no money. He said, that's all right, friend, just get on board and lay your burden down. He said, where you going? I said, I ain't got that far figured out yet. Life is so uncertain, yeah, and the future is not set. I'll let you know when we get there. And that's a fact. I've been all around the world, and I keep coming back. Now I rode that Fremont Ridge so high one time I could have scratched old Mr. Moon right in the chin. I took a look at the water in the canal down there below, and I thought to myself, I'm gonna dive right in. Yeah, but I'm too young to go that way, and I ain't ready yet. I don't mind falling that far, I just don't want to get that wet. It's a carnival of circumstance. You have to have a knack. I've been all around the world, baby, and I keep coming back.
did try it. It's good.
Okay, just a couple more tunes here.
Alright.
And here's a little song that you might get along with, all about a natural seed growing wild up the side of the roadway. It's nature's wonderful weed. It's been around so long, it's hard to tell why anyone would think it's new. Love it or hate it, however you relate it, I'll leave that up to you. Isn't that righteous? Isn't that good enough? Ain't that the way it ought to be? Isn't that righteous? And isn't that good enough? Wretches is good enough for me. Now history's locked in a cardboard box and it's hard to take a look. With sidetrack thrills and fantasies all written all over the book. Everybody tells you what to think and they got their reasons why. You gotta pick reality up by the scruff of the neck and look it right in the eye. And isn't that righteous? Isn't that good enough? Ain't that the way it ought to be? Isn't that righteous? Isn't that good enough? Righteous is good enough for me. Now the same people that are spreading the fear, the same people that scare me the most. You know, some of them look like they just as soon like to hang you from a lamppost. When they talk about what it does to your brain, I just have to react, because Hitler never touched the stuff, and that's an actual fact. Isn't that righteous? Isn't that good enough? Ain't that the way it ought to be? Isn't that righteous? And isn't that good enough? Righteous is good enough for me. Now George Washington was the father of our country, and he had a hemp plantation. Betsy Ross used it to make the flag that flew above the baby nation. They wrote their declarations on paper from that same hemp fiber press, and I don't know what they smoked when they were taking a break, but I got a pretty good guess. Isn't that righteous? Isn't that good enough? Ain't that the way it ought to be? Isn't that righteous? Isn't that good enough? Righteous is good enough for me. Now it'll calm you down when you're too uptight. You know, it just might make you smile. Use the seed oil in your engine. It'll lubricate the miles. Glaucoma and chemotherapy, they say it smooths out the track. So next time you meet a cancer patient, ask them what they think about that. Isn't that righteous? Isn't that good enough? Ain't that the way it ought to be? Isn't that righteous? Isn't that good enough? Righteous is good enough for me. Now, I don't know why some people get so upset when you say to legalize it. They'd rather build more jails, arrest more people, and spread more crazy lies. It's like talking to a brick wall. You know, they just don't get the facts. I think they ought to try a little of that Betsy Ross. It just might help them relax. Isn't that right? Isn't that good enough? Ain't that the way it ought to be? Isn't that righteous? Isn't that good enough? Righteous is good enough for me. So I'll be on my way now, because I've taken just about enough of your time. I know there's a lot of people out there that don't like my state of mind. But I got mine, you got yours. You know, we give it, we can take. So next time I need a breather, well, I might just take a little smoke break. Isn't that righteous? Isn't that good enough? Ain't that the way it ought to be? Isn't that righteous? Isn't that good enough? Righteous is good enough, yes. Righteous is good enough, yes. Righteous is good enough for me.
Very appropriate.
See ya. Okay, nice. Okay, I understand. I know how that goes. Okay, you asked me to do this song. I'm gonna try to. I haven't played this in a long time, so.
Oh, thanks, Jim. Thank you.
Come on. Isn't it? Yeah, we should go.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should make sure.
Jesse went numb. The world went mad. His skin was the only contact he had. No feeling, no other senses to touch. sometimes you know it's just got to be too much. Far away in those LA County days, dangerous companions so aimlessly amazed, imprints of violence on such a gentle soul. And the long time shadow takes its toll. And they say the greatest pain, they say the greatest pain, they say the greatest pain, when you can't feel anything. Just to try to tell it in the language of today. Yeah, but the glamour of the spotlight took the meanings all away. Hollowed out in syllables, windswept and raining. Everybody thought his pain was so very entertaining. And they say the greatest pain, they say the greatest pain, they say the greatest pain, when you can't feel anything. Friends can touch and go, and in the places where we meet, we can have an understanding that we think to be coming nowhere. Shared communication, giving names to our fears, never knowing what was missing until the world disappears. Until the world disappears. Until the world disappears. Just disappeared one night when time was closing in, with the demon at his throat, the lights all going dim. He left his hollow body, face up to meet the dawn. And by the time they found him, he was already gone. People are like landscapes, they are vast and undiscovered. Eye to eye of mystery, yes, even to each other. Some are dry like a desert, some are like a garden to the sea. Yeah, but the parts that matter most are the parts you never see. And they say the greatest pain, they say the greatest pain, they say the greatest pain, when you can't feel anything, can't feel anything at all. You know, sometimes just you couldn't feel anything at all.
land is your land.
Yeah, that's how good. So thank you again, and I do have CDs with the hat down here for those of you that know.
This land is your land.
And yeah, well, that would be nice if we communally actually operated on this land. Maybe someday we will. Who knows? So this is my rewrite of a Guthrie classic. So he's called "This Land Is Your Land."
My name's Alan.
I could need to rewrite it. Update. This is it. Gather round me, hear my sad story. I know you think you've heard someone singing before me, but it's an old song, I had to change it. Times ain't what they used to be. As I went walking that super highway, below the gray haze and sooted skyway, I was arrested for hitchhiking on the freeway. They said it don't belong to me. No, it ain't my land, it ain't your land. Could be a rich land, but it's a poor land, 'cause of the few that hold it in their tight grip hand, so that it don't belong to you or me. When I was younger and in my schooling, I learned and followed by all the rulings. I never dreamed that they were only fooling. How could my teachers lie to me? But as time passed and I grew older, and the world around me got a little colder, well then a voice came calling at my shoulder. Said it don't belong to you or me. No, it ain't my land, it ain't your land. It could be a rich land, but it's a poor land, because of the few that hold it in their tight grip hand, so that it don't belong to you or me. To the back roads of desperate situations, it's a confused and disunited nation, all the way from sea to shining sea. From the urban war zones of the busted street lights to the toxic wastelands of Nevada test sites, from the open strip mines to the clear-cut forests. Oh, it's a sad sight to see. I see the downsides, I see the layoffs, the corporate welfare, politicians' payoffs. I see the bread lines that never make the headlines, 'cause they're not so entertaining on TV. But they can reduce you to just a number, when they can knock you down, they can plow you under. And when the only thing that matters is the dollar, then you know it don't belong to you or me. No, it ain't my land, it ain't your land. Could be a rich land, but it's a poor land, 'cause of the few that hold it in their tight grip hands, so that it don't belong to you or me. Now there was a time when the song was greater, but that was then, and this is later. And there's a hole in my heart that's like a crater, and they say it's gonna be the death of me. So let's take this song back, let's take this country, take back our future, it's our duty. Let's stand up tall so that everyone can see, then this land will belong to you and me.